Hey everyone, I'm Coach Josh Gerry, and in this week's video, I want to talk about effort and intensity and work ethic while you're training. And of course, obviously, if you're watching this video, you're looking for tips and tricks and advice on how to be better at professional wrestling, whether it be through training or out of the ring techniques. And one of the things I'm going to talk about today is one that is not really a problem, but it's one of the concepts that takes a while to grasp. And that is intensity and energy and just your work ethic and how you approach pro wrestling training. Now, my philosophy, and a lot of trainers and coaches have a similar philosophy, is that you have to put in 100% effort whenever you do professional wrestling training. Now, I know when you learn concepts and you're learning put this foot here and this hand here and turn this way and all that, like it takes you a while and you have to actually concentrate and think about it and how are you going to move, etc. But once you get the basic stuff where you're not having to worry about where to put your foot and are you moving in the right direction, are you putting enough energy and things like that, you need to act as if training is real. You're not standing in front of the 10 or 20 people that you train with. You're standing in front of 10 or 10,000 paying fans. So everything you do in the ring needs to be done exactly like you would do out in the Coliseum or the stadium or the arena or wherever you're wrestling, because I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, if you haven't started pro wrestling training, it is unlike anything you will ever do. You use every muscle in your body at the same time. You're screaming, you're yelling, you're moving, you're emoting. It's tiring. 5 to 8 minutes, you're beat. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you that now. Now, if you started training and you know that and you started to build up the callus from your bumps and things like that, you're prepared. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, if you're training and rolling around and going through some grappling and coming off the ropes and things like that, and you're not yelling and being boisterous and having energy and having character and showing intensity, and then you go and do it in front of an audience, you're going to be worn out. Because selling is exhausting. If you're doing it correctly, selling is exhausting. So you've probably heard this before. Slow it down. But keep that energy and that intensity high. Okay? You can go and run on a treadmill however long you want. You can go for an hour if you can. But you're still only going to last a few minutes in a pro wrestling ring, especially if you're doing everything else like you're supposed to. Unless you go to the gym and you're running on that treadmill and you start selling while you're running. I would be interested in seeing that. Film that and send it to me. We'll take a look at it. But give 100% effort. Because like I tell my students, I expect everything to be 100% correct, full of energy and intensity, and speed. Speed's another topic. Because chances are you're not doing it at 100%. You're probably only doing it about 75% right. Because like your foot could be in a better position, your weight could be shifted a little bit better. You're only doing it about 75%. Now, when you get in front of an audience, that's going to drop down into about 50% because you're nervous and then all the people and everything. And then when you get tired and your brain starts gasping for oxygen, it's going to drop down to another 25%. So now we started at 100. Now, you can do that math if you start at 50, right? It doesn't work. So 100% energy, intensity, work, everything. Every time that you're training. Because I would rather you suffer and mess up and look like an idiot and pass out in training than in front of a paying audience. You're a professional wrestler. You're better than everybody else. You're a god among men. This larger than life character. And you got to look that way. 2 minutes into a match and you're bent over tugging on your gear and you can barely breathe. It doesn't look good. So go ahead and put in the effort now. One of my favorite quotes, and I'm not going to say it exactly, but you'll get the idea. Muhammad Ali said, I would rather suffer through training and live the rest of my life as a champion, right? Suffer through training now so that you can be on events and headline cards and main event these huge shows. But you got to put in the work now. And the harder you work now and the more work, go wrestle other places. Your training school only trains 2 or 3 times a week. Go somewhere else 4 and 5 days, right? Find somewhere else. Go to clinics, go to seminars, go to camps. That's the only way you're going to get better. You got to train, train, train. It needs to be muscle memory, so you're not even thinking about it. It needs to be that tight, that quick. If you can't run a 4 to 5 minute match and not be totally dead by the end of it, you're not going to be on TV because they're going to run you into the dirt. I hope that was enough. If you want some more explanation, write it down in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer. I answer every comment, every message, every email that I get. You can click over there for any of the past videos that you might have missed, and then you can click over there for just subscribe to the channel, and you can get alerted to new videos whenever I post them. All of my social media links are down below. You can hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, website, Tumblr, all those. Send me messages. Let me know if you've got any questions, if it wasn't clear enough for you. My name's Coach Josh Gerry. Keep driving and striving, guys.